Hello everyone. Today we're going to be working on a new project. As you can see up here, we have a bit of a situation. That door up there leads to the ground down there, and someone could be up there, drinking a few beers and forget where they are. They open that door and bam, that's not a good thing when you need to go to the bathroom or something. So what are we going to be doing today, Rachel?
We will be building a deck with some stairs.
All right, so I didn't film these posts going in originally, but basically what we did is we put a string line, took it off the measurement off the house, and then we squared up the post holes using the string line, and then we concreted them in pretty deep. The real next step we have to do is I got some Rain-X window washer fluid here. We're gonna use a water level to go around each post and get a level mark so we can measure up off of that mark. You could use a laser level, but I don't have a very good one. So this system always works. It's been around a long time. All right, the priming water is coming out as well as the air bubbles. You can see all the windshield wiper fluid. It's a lot easier to see than the water, of course. But once that windshield wiper fluid starts running out over here, then I'll cut it off and we'll be ready to level. All right, so since water seeks its own level, you can see that the water level in the jug is going to match the water level in the tube. So Rachel can walk around anywhere. In this case, it's just a short distance to each post, but it could be 100 feet away or 200, doesn't matter. As long as there's no air bubbles, that water mark will be very accurate. So Rachel's going to get busy marking all the posts. Your finger's pushing the tape off a little bit. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Still good?
Yep.
All right, let me see if I can show you what's going on. The board is going to go up a ½ inch above this top mark. That top mark is where this post is going to get trimmed to size here. And you can see all the other marks on the other posts. Once that's cut, I'm going to blow holes on these 1 3/4 marks and 6-inch marks, and that's where the board is going to get bolted to the post. Another day, and we are gonna have to go get some more lumber, but first things first, we have to have breakfast. And where are we gonna go for breakfast?
Whataburger.
Whataburger it is. Whose cat is that?
It's my cat. Okay. 62.5.
Okay. Let's measure from this one to this one.
And that's 58 7/8.
So what you're seeing us do is just kind of rough fitting these boards here on the ground, even though the ground's unlevel. Just see if they'll fit. It's a lot easier to do your layout on the ground than way up in the air like that. Since these posts are perfectly level, theoretically you should be able, these measurements and cuts should be exactly the same up top, way up there. So let's get the boards in the air and see if they fit. Can you hand me the wrench, please? Alright, last bolt. Alright, so we got all the bolts tightened up. Of course, we'll have to trim them off because they're super long. So I did say it's easier to do the layout on the ground, and here I am doing some marking up top now, so my bad. But we're going to put 3 floor joists in here, and it's 62.5 inches from this point to this point. So we're going to do 62, we'll just do 0.5 divided by 4. That's 15.625, which is 15 5/8. So we'll do 15 inches 5/8 plus 15 inch 5/8. So that's 31 1/4, and then we need one more. So 15 inch 5/8, 46 7/8. All right, let's see if we can mark those. So 15 5/8, 31 1/4, and then what was it 46 7/8, I think. Let's check it going back the other way. And it is 15 5/8, or within a 1/16 of it, so that's good. All right, I'll go mark the other side, and we'll start cutting some boards to put in here. right, so Rachel's got all the boards cut for the floor joists up there. And the problem is we don't have 2 tall ladders. So I was brainstorming. What I'm going to do is use this piece of angle, and I'm going to clamp it down on one side up there, actually both sides, and that way there's something for the board to rest on. It's easier just to show you. Buying now, Rachel?
2x12 stair risers.
2x12 for the stair risers. Alright, we got all the stringers unloaded. We have all the deck boards we need. Only thing left to do is say hello to smoke.
Okay.
Hello, Smokey.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy. I figured out that my stringers are going to be 10.5 for the run. Oh, hello goats. 10.5 for the run and 7 7/16 for the rise. And this little jig you can put on the board and then just start marking. Alright, so here's the bottom step. So there's a cool website called My Carpentry. It's a stair riser calculator. So I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but the total rise that I measured up to the top of the deck is 141 inches. The tread depth we're going to use is 10.5. The target step height is 7.5 inches. And then the tread thickness, which is your steps right here, is the 5/4 or 5/4 deck board. So that's 1 1/8 of an inch. So you just hit calculate, and it says steps on stringer. We're going to have 18. So that's what you just saw. And then the bottom, or the height of the first step, is 6 5/16. So that's what I'm going to mark now. All right, go for it, Dad. Hey, what's up everyone? We've got another pretty day here working on the project. I previously got all the stringers cut and we just moved them over here as you saw. Next step I really need to make happen is just below this 2x8 here. I need to add a 2x6 because the stringers where they meet the deck have to be 7.5 inches below, so there's just not enough meat there for the stringer to connect to. So I'm going to go ahead and add that board and get started with that, and then we'll figure out what elevation the stringers are going to come to right in here and get them set. So before I put this extra board up here, I want to show you guys one thing. The span of that is 65.5 inches. So I cut the board 65.5 inches, of course. Hello, goats. And you know, the middle of that is 32.75. So if I measure out 2 feet, that's this line, that's where my deck board is going to go, my tread, and then 2 feet out this way, that's where that deck board's going to go. So I don't want the joist to be, or the stringer to be all the way out to the end. I want it to hang over 3.5 inches. So that's what I measured back, 3.5 inches, and then this is where I'm going to put that stringer, and of course the center stringer again, and then same thing here, measured back 3.5 inches so the step sticks out. So that's where that stringer is going to go. What's up, Henry? You out of food? You need more food, Henry? Say hello. just saw Rachel using a plumb bob to get a level line down below the center point of this stringer from up there down to there. We measured the middle point, and so that plumb bob showed us exactly where I needed to dig that hole. So now, no, well, not today, but tomorrow I'm gonna put a 2 7/8 post in and bring it up here, and then I'm gonna saddle it and bring it across like a T, and that'll support these stringers.
I'm looking at yours.
You can let it drop. All right, so now you guys can tell what I was talking about earlier with that T. So here it is in all its glory. Nice and level, if it'll focus there. Yeah, just gotta wait for the concrete to cure, and then I'm gonna weld some pieces of flat that come up, and that'll bolt to each of the stringers, and that should help with some load bearing. I'll come back later and finish screwing these in, but I think we need a cold one, right, Rachel?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys so much for joining us on this build. I hope if you are trying to build one yourself that this somehow helped you. And I hope you join us for part 2 when we build the handrail. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you later. Cheers.
Cheers.